I was wondering if you wouldn't mind transporting something for me. No questions asked.
Why not?
From the maker of Moms Without Shaw and Chicken Little.
This is good stuff, Sanchez. Now I know why I kept you around. But how much would it actually cost for us to get the real Jason Statham in the picture? Yes. Alright. How about we use an AI lookalike? Free trial, low resolution? Has it stopped us from releasing GBA videos in 2024? You know we're getting sued for this, right? Let them come.
Here we go, counselor. Kamen Rider Agito. Get
Mochi World is back at it again, and it's long overdue for its comeback. The Hashirians prove that they can indeed carry, and the cicadas just won't stop smashing outside my house! But yes, this week's BoonBoomger was indeed a very enjoyable one. But real quick, just want to give a quick shout out to Rogue Energy. Hold up. Rogue Energy. But you know I only quench my thirst with water. Now, what if I told you that this could possibly give you the boost you need to reach your goals? You mean busting through those Sononi walls? Literally or metaphorically? Yes. Well, look, give it a shot. Meanwhile, we busting through Sononi's walls. Use the link in the description and check out their listings. Since the promo literally just started, you have 3 days from now to get up to 30% off your purchase with the promo code ZEO at checkout. Now, back to the review. Gemba's trying out a new delivery gig since everyone else is tied up, which is kinda how Shirabe's heartstrings must be at the sight of Bunryo here. Damn, super thirsty. But I got the hydration you need with Rogue. Anyway, our Hashirian trio are weeping the fall of Mad Rex, but decide that if they gas themselves up, their stock will elevate within Team Rocket. Running into Genba and curious of just what's in the box, when he runs into Mira and lets her know just exactly what's in that box. Nukes. Or rather, a new form of power supply that can revolutionize the world! So, y'all gonna share that with the rest of the world? No? You know what? Get 'em, Godzilla! The Hashirians want what's in that box, so they end up summoning the power of wind streamers! Mira goes off the clock and on duty to safeguard that safe, even though it's not really necessary. When Koi Streamer Gruma decides that it's a Matsuri da! And drops the show's budget with levitations. It's here that Genba shows that he probably has been watching the Transporter trilogy before this episode, or the head writer was, because of all the action with suitcase juggling acts. Actually, this reminds me more of those Jackie Chan films, where he's usually fighting a mob of folks, there's like a ladder nearby, he's holding on to something, probably a baby, and he don't want no trouble. Yeah, that's Genba right now. The Hashirians call an audible because they too don't want no trouble, though everyone else is oddly missing from this episode. Wonder what they're up to. Okay, well, back to Genba, Delivery Man, with sidekick Mira, as they encounter Koi Streamer. But Genba's got something for that ass. His ass. And he just so happens to be dual wielding as he rides out that clock and gives them just what they want. Throwing that briefcase up and letting the tension hit just as it too hits. And the contents? Mochi!
Oh, it must be my birthday!
Obviously, Koi Streamer ain't gonna take that disrespect, but Itasha will, with the rest of the gang showing up to finish things off.
Oh yeah! Well then I'm about to bring the... Oh. One moment, it seems that I've got some moisture over on this here windshield.
What? So, no.
Oh yeah! Oh, so what's this I hear about you selling out? And then not cutting a promo with yours truly and this gallant physique.
Use promo code ZEO at checkout. But also, don't you have
Ooh, Zio, you know only a true macho man can go ahead and cut a promo with those and not worry about a lawsuit. So, let's leave things here and go back with the Boomgers in their pursuit. Yadukar thinks he can run off their trail, but the Boomgers got the koi fish tail. Hitting the star power like this is Mario Kart, nailing the trifecta with perfect marks. We going vanilla in the outing with that OST track muffled for the copywriting. Koi got the pole that he know how to work, but Orange got construction going hammer with no smoke. Looks like Koi out here flying away.
Or you could say, blasting off again.
You really gonna interject with the reference that only 5 people will get? Listen here, you insufferable chili pepper with no heat. For you, I got the remedy in the form of blue beads.
ビートイングラムファイナルモード何スーパーファイナルプロ
Every time. Well, while I bleed internally, the Boomgers are out here feasting on Mochi. Joe even smuggling, since Gemba now has a newfound appreciation for delivering stuff.
Rating time!
This is an episode that honestly got better with time. The villains were enjoyable and had their fair share in the spotlight. Mira's overreaction was just plain gold. Gemba was just overall likable this episode, and the antics Joe had on the sidelines was also good. So if you understand, pretty much everything in this episode was just great. This episode just completely hit different, so for that, it's gonna be getting the Shinken S! Can I just say that this is the most Team Rocket, Itasha, and Dekotorad have come off? Like, really enjoyable. And Itasha sneaking off, trying to grab the mochis, not once but twice? Hit every time. Yadukar was also out here being the voice of reason. Actually, I completely take that back. He was gaslighting the fuck out of everybody in terms of this one. Really just forcing them to go ahead and put their plans into motion. Which, you know what? That was also good. Really giving me those Meowth vibes in some aspect, because there would be some times in which he was gaslighting Jesse and James. The monster of the week this week was also, listen, just hilarious, especially when it take that turn in the different direction from them. Also, the way he was, like, just brought in with all of the grunts just out there. And that one guy, the one just out here, boy. Like, this episode is just so fucking fun. You throw in Shirabe simping that just reached new levels of height with just the little... Obviously, look, I just had fun this episode. I think a lot of people probably watching this episode had a lot of fun as well. This really was a good showcase to the villains, and it gave me what I was hoping that I was going to get in the beginning of this show. I'm beginning to wonder whether or not they're actually going to throw hands, but with the oncoming wave of new commanders kind of coming and going, at least that's what it seems like, maybe eventually they'll be the last one standings before we get to the big bad, and thus earning their stripes and actually becoming a little bit more of a threat. But that would make it kind of like one of those oh shit, well-warranted moments in terms of a character growth for the villains. But that also can end up leading them to being good guys. And I really do see this duo becoming more of good guys than bad guys, because Yarukar is the one that kind of strikes me a little bit different from the rest of them, possibly even betraying Itasha and Decaturad to join a different duo that ends up showing up later on. Completely could be a possibility. Obviously, this seems to be the calm before the storm, with a brand new general showing up next week. And there seems to be some controlling aspects that he's doing, and also Taya looking a little bit extra made up, if you know what I'm talking about. Makes me wonder whether or not this new guy is going to be the beginning of our evil Boomgers that I keep on just speculating about, or be the segue into introducing the 6th member of the team. Because since now we're in the tens of these episodes, now comes the time that we would usually get introduced to our 6th member or an extra ranger or something of the like, because that's been kind of the cliche the last couple of years. Also, given that this guy seems to be a scientist, it makes me think that he's not going to approach this from a brute force aspect, similar to how Mad Rex did things. Meaning this guy could be a little bit more calculated, and his approach would be just a tad more different than what we had before, and still with probably our weekly dose of mayhem. But yeah, this episode as just a standalone episode is very much comfort food, as there's nothing really tying it back narratively from the previous episodes, or being kind of segued into what's going to happen the following episodes. It's probably the most episodic of episodes, and sometimes that can be a good thing, especially if the execution is there and doesn't drivel on a been there done that aspect. So once again, those are my thoughts. What are yours? What did you think about this week's BoonBoomger? The Team Rocket blasting off of it all, the Koi streamer also blasting off, and the gaslighting by Yarukar. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of here, but I will catch you real boom.